Morning, welcome. It's me, Platinum VI. Welcome back to Platinum VI TV. Today we got the Silverado behind of me. Damn, they're making noise. We're about to do a walkthrough inspection with an oil change and check for flat repair. So y'all come on, let me show y'all what to do. The vehicle's already up in the air. So we're gonna do a little multi-inspection first for the undercarriage, see if anything is wrong under there, and then we'll go ahead with the oil change. So come on, let's go. So we here up underneath the vehicle right now. We got our flashlight and everything going. So what we want to do, we turn this way. You just want to look at the suspension right now. Check all your bushings, everything else. Make sure nothing is out of place. As you can see, we're gonna check everything. Let's check this. See right here, it's very loose. So I'm guessing a piece of the bushing is missing. So that will have to be replaced. The stabilizer links. We have to replace this link because the bushing is missing from up in here and it's loose. So let's check the next side. As you can see right here, same thing. This is the bushing. It fell apart. So we'll have to change those. So while driving, we'll be giving a clunking noise. While driving and bouncing, this will be going up and down because you can see the space right in between there. So that's all good right there. We got a little oil leak up in there. You can see the oil right there coming out the transfer case. So somewhere up top, it's leaking oil, and it looked like it might be the valve cover gasket as you're looking straight up over there. So as we go, that's the front of the truck. We don't check most of the stuff. That's a quick, like I said, we're just doing a quick inspection. So we're gonna come to the back of the truck and just keep going. We're to the back of the truck. So we just check everything out, making sure everything good. And look at what he found. Look at this. This is a shock right here, the rear shock. Shock is wet. See that? So we're gonna replace the shock, the rear shocks. This one is dry, but we're still gonna replace them as a pair and get rid of it. So beyond here, everything is looking good. Spare tire looking good. Spare tire is good. We just gotta check the air pressure inside there. We got the rear brakes. You can't see them from under here. Well, yeah, I can. So the rear brakes are good, like brand new. When you shine inside, you can see. So we ain't gotta touch those. You just gotta pull the front tires and check the brake pads up front. So we got the inspection. That's just the visual inspection right there. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna drop the oil. This is the oil pan, the drain plug. This is the oil filter. So we're gonna remove the oil from the vehicle and change the oil while we're here. I'm gonna show you the tools that you need to get it done. So to change the oil, you need an oil wrench, 15mm socket and a ratchet, or a 15 wrench, whichever one you're comfortable with to drain the oil. So let's get that started and you see what to do. So now we're about to put the gloves on. Safety first, always wear your rubber. So we're about to get these on to do the oil change. Let's get it. Alright, so we're about to drain the oil. So I'm going to use a ratchet with a 15mm. First thing I'm going to do is loosen the drain bolt. Just crack that loose for now. And we're going to take the pliers, the oil filter pliers, and remove the filter. oil drain down for now. Then we remove it. Now we can just remove it. Remove the old oil filter. Once you do that, always make sure and look up and make sure the gasket is not stuck on the cooler. And once the filter is off, you can pull the drain plug. And we just let the oil go. As you can see, the oil is draining. Okay, so once the oil is drained, you take the plug, put a new gasket if you have to, and you put it back in the oil pan. I always put it in my hand first. You don't want to mess the threads up in the oil pan, or you have to replace it. Snug it tight. You need that. Oh, not good. You get your new oil filter. Take some grease, some oil, lube the top of the oil ring. In case when you put it up, you don't get stuck on there or melted on. Fill it up with a little bit of oil as well before you put it back up. What you gotta do is put it back up. And that's it. Oil filter is back on. So we're not gonna fill the oil up yet. We can still deal with the bottom carriage. Now we're gonna take the left front tire off and check for nails, because they reported that they had a nail in the tire. So we're gonna take it off and check. And while we take that off, we can look at the brakes as well. Alright, we got the truck supported by the jack stand underneath it. Now we're about to remove the wheel. But before removing the wheel, like I said, we're doing a quick visual inspection. So while you have all the space, check the tie rod plate and the wheel bearing, see if there's any play. So side to side, here to here, east to west, that's to check the tie rod and you rock it back and forth. See if there's any looseness. Alright? So check the bearing, north and south, and go up and down to see if it's loose. It's all good. So now we get to remove the wheel. But you know what? Before we take the wheel off, might as well let's spin it and check it to see if I see any nails in it first. So as you can see, there's a nail right there. So we're going to take the chalk and outline that area. So once you pull the nail, at least we know where it's at once we outline the area. So we outline it and we know where the nail is at, okay? So now next thing we do, we're gonna pull it and see if it actually leaks. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, try pull that nail and see if it leaks. Yep, and it's leaking. See the bubbles? So we're about to go repair that. We're gonna take the tire off now and then repair it. So now we're about to pull the tire, 7/8 socket to 22 for the lines. Once you take your lug off, break it loose, remove it. While you're here, making sure, look inside and check the brakes. Which they're like brand new, so we're good to go. So now we're gonna move the tire over to the tire station and start the tire repair. Here we go. There we go, dismounting the tire for the flat repair. Once again, we're using the Hunter Revolution. Okay, everything you see there is happening there. Everything you see here is happening there. Right now, breaking the bead. See how we just dropped the arm? Alright. Putting the tire in the tire rack, clamping it down. As you can see, that's where the nail is at. That's where it's at the knees. See? Pulling the nail out. Next step is to buff it out. Gotta buff the rubber real smooth. Make the patch straight. Clean it up. Clean all the debris from around it now. Now you're gonna get the glue, put it on. Make sure you get the glue all around it real good. And once it's on, then you leave it dry for a little bit. Just sit and leave the glue dry. Then you put the patch on next. Once the glue is dry, you put the patch on. And you take the pizza roller and you roll it on there. Pizza roller, stitcher, whichever you want to call it, it's all the same. Roll it and lay that patch on it. And this is inside patching that is getting done. And once that's rolled off, take the tire off and then back on the rim. That's it. Now all you gotta do is air the tire up. Once you're done, you do your leak check. Spray it with soap water. Make sure there's no bubbles. And it's holding. There's no bubbles. The flat repair is done. balance tire and the balancer. What you see here is what you see there. $175. Just balancing the tires right now. That should be it. Once you put the weights on, you drop the lid again. And you remeasure, make sure it's all even out. And everything is okay. Tire is now balanced. And that's it. Flat repair is done. Well, alright. Tires back on. Lug nuts are on by hand. You always put them on by hand. Now it's time to tighten them back up. Tighten it in a star pattern. So it means when you do it in a star pattern, the rim will sit on the hub properly. See that? That's a star pattern. Now the rim is set. Now you tighten it down. Same way. That's how you set a rim properly. Star pattern, and you know the rim sits on the hub and not cut-sided. Now when you put the hubcap on, don't put it on with an impact. Just a socket on it. Just slide it on, screw them on. Now you want to put them by hand, because if you use the impact, you can also mess the threads up from the caps. And then it wouldn't go on because it's too much torque for it. So I always put these on by hand, or with a very low impact cordless tool to where you can control it. You don't have any, just screw them on by hand. It don't take too much, and all what happens once you do it, you just tighten it till it's snug, and that's it. That's all you need. Once you feel a little snug and that thing stop turning, then you stop. And that's it. Wheel is back on. It's tight. If you're not sure, you can shake it left to right, up and down, no movement. Flat repair is done. The wheel is back on, and we're about to bring the vehicle down and put the oil back into it. All right. So we got the vehicle back down. We're about to fill it up with the oil. Filter is back on, drain plug is back in. So we just fill this vehicle up with oil and then start it up and make sure it's filled to the capacity. And you gotta be careful with this one when you're filling it. You're just sitting here filling it up with oil. I gotta be careful and make sure you check the oil, because these are not like the older versions. I think this one takes 7 to 8 quarts. Older versions take about 6.5, so you gotta be careful when you're filling these and make sure you check it. You don't want to underfill it and then a couple miles down you're pouring oil and then you're way under the level. So fill it up to put about 7 quarts, crank it up, and then recheck the dipstick once you're filling it. So we just fill it up with oil, so we're about to pull the dipstick and check. And we put a little mark, so we gotta keep filling it till we get there. So we filled it, now we to the fill line. So that's good. So the oil is now where it needs to be. And that what completes the oil change. Once you do that, don't forget to put your oil cap on. If you don't, then you'll have a big ass mess. So don't forget your oil cap. Oil cap is back on, and the oil change is done. Y'all, thanks for watching. This is Platinum TV, aka Platinum VI. This was a walkthrough inspection, a visual walkthrough inspection with an oil change and flat repair. Coming tomorrow will be part 2 when we do the stabilizer links and the rear shocks. See y'all out. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope this helps some of y'all that's up in the shop that's working commission. I'm out.